Well, hello guys. I want to go and talk today about girls. I've done a few videos about girls, but I never really did a video like what I would like to see myself with girls in the future. And I had somebody tell me something the other day that I'm kind of trying to take up on with my whole life. And what they told me yesterday was this: I had a female who I was trying to court. I ended up didn't get to courting her, so it is what it is there. But I was trying to court her, and she just wasn't into me. But she was on the period of losing weight, and she had pictures of herself, 65 pounds to current. Like she had lost 65 pounds. And I go, man, it's great that you're losing 65 pounds. And I kind of related to her that I've lost, I think I've lost from the beginning of my weight loss, I think I've lost 5 or 6 pounds now. So I was telling her about that, and she goes, "What's your goal?" And I go, "My goal's 400 pounds to December." And she goes, "You shouldn't do it that way." I go, "Why not?" And she goes, "It's too lofty of a goal. And once you set yourself too lofty of a goal, you're more likely to give up." And she says to do things 10 pounds at a time. And that made a lot of sense to me. And a lot of it kind of related to different things in my life, such as rebuilding and just doing everything. Why not do it small steps at a time? Take baby steps instead of, gigantic strides. And to do that, I want to go ahead and segue into the commentary topic today, which is, girls, where I would like to be myself in the future. What is my pretty much relationship goals? So hopefully you guys want to stick through this, and I want to go ahead and read this poem to you. It's a poem that I wrote when I was 13 years old, and it kind of gets you the mindset of where I was at when I was 13. And then we'll jump right into the commentary. So without further ado, the poem's name is Acceptance. If you can imagine it, you can achieve it. If you can dream it, you can become it. William Arthur Ward. So why hasn't my dreams of being free of this incarceration come true? For the scariest thing you could ever do is to look around you and realize where you are and what you're doing. So where will I be in 8 years, I ask myself as the echoes fill the room. I look around for someone else to answer, only to realize I must do it on my own. This is the first time in my life I had to face something alone. It's strange when you look at the world and realize there's no one to help you stand. But we all must face it. That day you become a man. And why did this come to pass? I hear myself mumble as I reflect on my childhood mistakes. Was I living up to this point, or was I just preparing to face the truth? I don't know, I hear myself say. Where do I go from here? Maybe I needed a more subtle approach to go barefooted on the lawn. With a heavy sigh and a lofty heart, with I don't care whistling in the trees, with the grass running up my toes, I walked aimlessly into the breeze. Was I a bastard born in a family's world? I asked myself as the grass lulls me to sleep. Or was I so dead inside and I just didn't realize it till last week? So all I can do is look at the sky and try to touch it. Looking to the sky with my arm reached out. Looking at the sky as I open my eyes. Why am I such a fool? Sorry about the breathing in this commentary today. I'm kind of a little stuffed up from sinuses, and my nose is draining a little bit. But we did a segment on painkiller already just a while ago, actually just 2 days ago, and if you haven't checked it out, I uploaded the highlights, which is actually involved a part of the highlights, where we basically had Kyle, Woody, and Lefty show off some of their game, and it was trying to basically get me a date, and like one of the things I've been having trouble with is basically finding somebody that's compatible with me. And the reason I agreed to do something like that was to basically be open to what somebody else's perception is. Like when I go and do something like try to get a date, I mean, anybody that pretty much pays attention to me, I instantly find a way in my head to adore them. And the reason that is because I fear being lonely. I do. Like, most of my life has been isolation. Like, I remember watching a Boogie video, and Boogie, in that video himself, talked that he was isolated for 6 years and it nearly killed him. And it wasn't until his girlfriend came along and it gave him a pillar to lean on that would actually make his pillar stronger so they can hold the roof up together. I mean, it almost makes me think of J-Rock from the Trailer Park Boys. When Tyrone got put in jail, it's like, we had two motherfuckers, had a dream, and I'm the only motherfucker got to carry a dream all by myself, dog. It kind of feels like that. It feels like you're carrying your life all by yourself, and that's why you want and feel that human companionship. And, like, it's kind of hard to see what you truly want. I mean, some people have that third eye, that clairvoyance in them to see what they want in life and what kind of dream they would like to have or what kind of relationship they want to have. And, me, myself, I don't have that dream. And it's for a few reasons, but the number one of them would be confidence. Confidence is the thing that I really struggle with. And anybody that wants to pay attention to me, I will give them, attention tenfold, because I don't ever see myself as a person that is worthy of a good relationship. And I think that's the first problem that I have to deal with, is the confidence issues, which it's a huge problem for me. But after talking to some other people, I don't feel like my confidence issue is as big as others, but it's still there, and it's something that I need to change. And I don't think I'll ever be happy relationship wise until I change that, because the thing with relationships is you need to give it 110%. You need to make the person feel special. You need to make them feel wanted and desired. When you can create a lifelong partner, it's a special thing when you have somebody there that always has your back, and instead of somebody there that's just there to use you for what they can get off of you. And that's what I desire. I don't really desire like the sexual aspects of a relationship. I don't really desire the this is what you can do for me in a physical way. I much greater desire somebody out there that cares about me as a person, somebody that worries if I'm hungry. And I think, and this brings me to another movie quote. You can see movies kind of help, shape my life. It took me to another movie quote where this is actually from Clerks, and Dante just got mad at his girlfriend for like sucking like a guy's dick, and she was telling that she sucked like 30 guys' dicks, and Silent Bob comes in, and it's his only speaking role in the entire film, and Chevy is barking his ass off. It's his only speaking role in the entire film. Obviously, he's Silent Bob, and he goes, any girl, fuck you. Only someone that loves you will bring you something to eat. And that rings true to me, and like that's something I think about when I get into relationships. Like, pretty much anybody will have sex with you. Sex is not this huge thing that people make it out to be. Like, if you go on like Twitters, or you see people that are a little immature, just now hitting their sexual prime, and their dick's always hard. They think sex is everything in the world, but it really isn't. It's a huge part of relationships. Don't get me wrong. You can lose a relationship over sex. I mean, you could have relationships that are good in every other form of the relationship, and the sex is bad. It's just not worth it. I mean, you want to be able to desire and pleasure your partner, but at the same time, it's not the end-all, be-all in a relationship. And the sexual aspect to me is not as important as the actual physical, emotional aspect of there, and just not feeling alone. Like, I love to have two pillars to hold up the roof instead of one, and just somebody to sit there and help you. Like, one of the things a lot of people notice, and have actually told me through private messages, through Facebook, that I always work better with people than I do by myself, and this is true. And I know this for a fact, that I've always worked better with people. If I have somebody to play off, I'm a much stronger person than when I'm by myself. I mean, when I'm by myself and doing videos by myself, there's lack of motivation. There's the uneasiness. There's everything there is. And like, I struggle with that, and when that comes into play, it gets into my head, it gets into my mind, and it eventually overwhelms me to the point I'm ready to give up. And that's the point where I need to start. And like, I even gave somebody advice the other day. Somebody goes, how have you started 3 businesses at age 27? And I'd be like, you have the same tools that I have, and those tools are motivation. It doesn't take anything but motivation. It doesn't take talent, it doesn't take skill. It takes being motivated enough to learn how to do something. And that's how you basically start your own business. You take risks, you be motivated, and realize that every day is a blessing. Nothing that you do is guaranteed. Nothing that you do is there. So you shouldn't really look at things as, you know, in an entitlement type of way. And that's something I've done myself personally, and that I fucked up on myself personally. But I'm human. I make mistakes, and I see my mistakes now. You know, and hopefully somewhere down the road I'll be able to change them and be able to come through and be a different person and be the person I would like to be again. And you know, this Twitter drought has actually helped me. I think this is day 4, and I'm a much happier person. I'm getting a lot more work done. I'm being happier. I have started playing Grand Theft Auto. Haven't really got into any. I haven't got into the game long enough to show you anything, like the stuff I see in my head. But hopefully it will be there. If you guys really like this commentary and you want to see more stuff like this, leave me a like on Facebook. I'm at 15,000 likes right now. Let's see if we can get 10 more. See if I can get 10 likes out of this Facebook. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. It's been your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm outie 5,000.